Mr. Vice Chancellor, Carleton graduates and guests, it is my pleasure and privilege to introduce our honorary doctoral recipient, Kate Stevenson. Kate Stevenson has served in leadership roles on numerous public company and not-for-profit boards in Canada and the U.S. over the past 2 decades. Previously, she was a financial executive in the telecommunications and banking sectors. She is currently chair of the board of directors of the Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce and serves on the boards of Open Text Corporation and Capital Power Corporation. Formerly, she served on corporate boards in the aerospace, pharmaceutical, and biotech sectors. Stevenson's service to her community currently is centered on her directorship on the board of Unity Health, a Toronto-based hospital network providing compassionate care to all in need. She also has extensive experience in the field of education, having served on the boards of the University of Guelph and Bishop Strachan School in Toronto. A graduate of Harvard University and a member of the Institute of Corporate Directors, Stevenson has been recognized as one of Canada's top 100 most powerful women. She passionately supports girls and women pursuing their dreams and contributing to a better world. Mr. Vice Chancellor, in recognition of a distinguished career as a corporate director and for extensive service to the health and education sectors, I request that you confer the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, upon Kate Stevenson.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors and upon the recommendation of the University Senate, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Hope we are all not too warm out there. I see people fanning themselves. I can't see very much because of the lights, but thank you, Jerry, and good morning, esteemed members of faculty, proud parents, family, friends, and ravens. Bonjour à tous. I'm humbled to be recognized with an honorary degree from Carleton University, and I'm excited to celebrate your graduation, a moment you'll remember for years to come. This is a day that also will be remembered by parents and supporters, this incredible community around you who've supported you in reaching this milestone. Graduates, I hope you feel very proud of everything you've accomplished, the challenges you've overcome, and the friendships you've built. You have worked so hard. I hear that many stories were told yesterday evening, and you have each so many stories from your years here. Let's have a round of applause for all of the graduates here today. You earned your degree during a global pandemic, which changed life and learning as we know it. You emerged stronger and more resilient. This once-in-a-generation event taught you adaptability and agility that will help you thrive in a fast-changing world, a world driven by new rules spanning geopolitics, trust, technology, AI, climate and sustainability, and global connectivity. All this is changing the way we live and work. While we cannot predict the future, as hard as we may try, we can influence outcomes and harness technology and other disruptors for the good. While the challenges we face are significant, they represent opportunity. You are the digital generation, and more than any generation before you, you have the ability to change the world. To quote my friend and mentor, I may embarrass him for a moment, former Deputy Prime Minister and proud Carleton graduate, the Honorable John Manley, who's here with us today. We need people prepared to make Canada and the world at least a tiny bit better, seek to make a difference in the world, embrace a sense of global responsibility and mission. It's your choice. You are our hope. I couldn't say it any better. As you chart your path forward, personally and professionally, you will zig and you will zag. Thinking back to my own graduation, we had King Juan Carlos of Spain speak, and I don't remember a word he said. And so, while I'm not royalty, it's my hope that you take just something away from what I have to say to you today, a little bit of advice on your journey ahead. The first is to invest in relationships. They will pay dividends as you move through different acts of your life and career. Today, technology is at your fingertips. When I was at university, I wrote my thesis on a coin-operated computer, which took up most of the room. And it was so boiling in that room, it was much hotter than in this room today. And I even received phone calls on a landline. It's a benefit and at times a curse that you can text, video chat, Snapchat, use ChatGPT, email, and communicate through countless social media apps. There is a power in being instantly connected, but the most impactful moments of your life may be when you show up in person, or even make an unscheduled phone call. It's easy also to think that if you work hard, you just put your head down, that good things will happen. But excellent performance is table stakes. It's your relationships that will shape your career. Invest in them. I call it relationship currency. Build your piggy bank. It will pay off. And look around you today. Many of the people here may be in your life forever, there to give you a pep talk, maybe be at your wedding, or become a business partner. I've experienced all of these connections, and throughout my career, built along the way, often the most unsuspecting places, relationships that help me tremendously. They keep you grounded as you navigate life, lend a hand to others, and ask for help. You'd be amazed who would take your phone call. Be brave, embrace encounters with an open mind, positive energy, and boundless curiosity. Good things will happen. The second piece of advice is to be inclusive. Bring others along with you, people with a different lived experience, younger or older, or a completely different skill set. Surround yourself with diversity of thought and perspectives. Debate with those who have different beliefs, and really listen to their side. Pass the mic. Ask questions perhaps to the quiet person in the room. Maybe they would have something really good to offer right there for the taking. In my career, I navigated challenging crises, both in management and as a board member. In each case, I was challenged to the max. But in partnership with the team around me, we found solutions. These experiences added to my toolbox, opened new doors, and new opportunities. My third and last piece of advice is to be authentic, be yourself, be courageous. I started my financial career on Wall Street at JP Morgan. I had two suits. One was navy blue, one was dark gray, and I even sometimes wore one of those bow ties. How embarrassing. I just was really trying to blend in, to be invisible. But as my career progressed and I gained confidence, that changed. I learned that being my true self was actually powerful. I had a boss who told me, "Kate, don't be afraid to take your shoe off and bang it on the table." I thought, what? And he said, "Yeah, you have good ideas, but sometimes you need to speak up more." Looking back, I distinctly remember times when I had my shoe in my hand and I pounded the table, figuratively speaking, of course. Fast forward in my career, when I was a leader in a company navigating a major crisis, my presentations to the board, once carefully cultivated and rehearsed, became more about telling stories from the trenches and about recommendations I felt and I made boldly. I could feel the immense power of being myself, of using my voice, and of being heard. Whatever the path you take, you will have times when your experience, intuition, and values combine to give you conviction. So I say to you, use the courage of your convictions to make your impact. Pick your spots, but put yourself out there. It won't always be comfortable, but be true to yourself. Be fearless in your pursuits in a way that works for you. Wave that shoe in your hand. And if you don't have a grand plan, move ahead one step at a time. I say to graduates, and I leave you with this, be brave and fearless as you create your place in the world. Do what you say you will, have a high say-do ratio, and put good intentions into action. That's what gives confidence. I guarantee it. And if you don't have a grand plan, move one step at a time. And if you do have a plan, be prepared for it to change. You will zig and you will zag. Take time to nurture your relationships and yourself, recover from losses, and celebrate successes. The world needs you, your energy and ideas. I'm confident that each of you will contribute to a better world, and I will be cheering you every step of the way. Bonne chance à tous. Go to it, class of 23. Congratulations to you all.